Welcome. Today, Chiron and Mars battle each other out in the sky. And because of this, we feel like our emotional wounds have been ripped wide open. So, how do we use this energy, this knowledge of the energy, to our benefit? So, stick around and find out exactly how you can harness this energy to move yourself forward today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and welcome to your daily focus for April the 27th, 2023. And thanks for being here today. Thank you for all of your positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I send it right back to you. And we have a 27 energy today. The 27 energy, by expressing a very positive and an expectant kind of attitude towards your affirmations, towards your wishes, your desires, your dreams, you can actually tap into the best of the 27 energy. I was going to say 23 for some reason. The 27 energy. Okay, you can be off on a very happy adventure, a journey to your innermost dreams. By thinking positive, by putting those affirmations out there, by focusing on your dreams, your desires, your wants, and how they will manifest in your life in tangible ways. 2 plus 7 is a 9, so we need to make room for that. So we could be letting go of things. We could be putting closure on stuff. I know we are in new moon energy. We are actually in solar eclipse energy. But there's some loose ends that we need to tie up before we can really go forward in this energy. Don't worry, because we have the solar eclipse energy for the next 6 months. But that doesn't mean that we can wait, we can rest on our laurels, that we don't have to do anything till the 4th month. It's about doing the work now, and we're clearing the path so that we can truly step into our path with a lightness in our step. And so, yes, there has to be, and it could be healing. Okay, because of the Mars Chiron happening in the sky today, it could be that we allow in healing, are identifying how we can heal. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day, it's a 4 plus a 9 plus a 7, and that equals a 20. And that speaks to turning points. So are we making decisions today? Probably not. But we're getting a little closer to making that decision. We are taking in the pros and the cons. We are weighing things out. The 20 is turning points. So we are at a point where we can go one way, we can go another, we can stay where we are. Well, you don't want to stay where you are because that's just stagnation and you can't grow under that kind of energy. But it's about looking at where you want to step, weighing it out. Now, 20 is 2 plus 0 is a 2. And that brings in, we need to sit for a moment and just realize the magic that we carry with us. Everybody has magic. Everybody has beauty. It could be in your own unique personality. It could be your talents, your abilities. But we all have magic within us. And when the 2 energy comes out, well, there's magic around us that we can tap into, but there is definitely magic within us that we need to recognize, we need to embrace, and we need to pull it out and utilize it, embrace it, and utilize it in order to push ourselves forward on our path. The sun is in Taurus today, and I guess like 2 in the morning, the moon will sneak over into Leo. So we have a fire energy, a fixed fire energy, I believe. Yeah, fixed fire. So the fire energy pushes us forward to give our dreams, our desires energy. To bring in the laughter, the joy, to allow your creativity to expand. Maybe bringing out that unique you in your creativity again. Mars forms a square to Chiron, and this is the 3rd transit in a row now, asking us to turn our attention inwards, to do some shadow work, and at least identify what we feel is blocking us from moving forward. So what is shadow work? Shadow work is looking at the parts we don't want to look at. Maybe where we see ourselves as failures. Maybe where we see where we've missed the mark. Maybe we did something that underhanded that we don't want anybody to ever know about. It's our secret. It's our dark side. It's the things that we hide, and it could be your emotional wounds too. I can't believe I was so stupid to be in that relationship is quite often a phrase that I hear. And please know that when you decided to get into that relationship, you were taking a step forward for yourself. It may not look like it was a step forward, but you gained wisdom, you gained understanding. You saw now where those red flags were actually telling you that there would be deep emotional wounds going forward, and for one reason or another we ignored them, and we compensated and said, oh well, there's just that, I can handle that. As somebody said to me today, actually, it's usually the first flag you see is the reason you end up leaving them at the end. So so keep that in mind. But we go through it and we never, we don't get into a relationship because we think, oh, this one will really mess me up. No, we do it for our betterment. And at the time, it was the right choice. And in my belief, it's still the right choice. Even if it went really, really south, it was still the right choice because there's something greater that you need to walk through. And without learning this lesson now, you may have to learn it then. And you may not make it through successfully if you have to learn the bigger challenge. So we're given smaller challenges. And you may say, that relationship was not a small challenge. I know. But know that there was something bigger out there waiting for you if you missed this lesson. So be glad that you chose that road and got that lesson out of the way. And you have the sage wisdom, you have the knowledge, and you won't be tested in a severe way going forward. Now, it can be very challenging today to express our desires, and we won't be able to express anger clearly and directly either. So we'll say, okay, I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to get upset. I'm just going to say it. And you'll just lose it. Okay. So don't even try to go down that road. I think it's more of an inward reflective day. We don't really want to have those conversations yet. We want to see us, how it affects us. What's holding us back? What are we allowing in our life? Where is the hurt where we can't trust again, or we've built walls actually so that we can keep certain energies out? Because sometimes when we do that, well, we're not great wall builders, so we keep the good energies away too. And tearing down those walls. So using this energy effectively means getting in touch with what is weighing you down, burdening your mind, and depleting your energy. And so that means shadow work today. A little bit, but we got Leo up there saying we gotta play a little bit. We gotta have some fun. We gotta have some laughter, and we gotta just, let our creativity take us away. And if you are a creative person or on a creative task for today, you will see, if you just, and it's a mundane kind of task. It's a beautiful time to work through some of that energy, and it comes out through your work. So if you're thinking, oh, I lacked this, I didn't do this right, I didn't do that right, you're going to see your creativity kind of go down today. But if you say, I did the best I could do, it made me a better person because now I know. Now whatever you're creating has some solid form and structure to it. You'll see this. So watch for it. You'll be like, there's my emotion. A painter can see it quite easily. A sculptor can see it quite easy. But sometimes when you are making a dress or planting a garden or building a house or a little shed or a deck, and you're allowing your creativity to flow, allow your heart to heal at the same time, because you'll be amazed at the masterpieces you make. And you dispel some of that energy at the same time and allow your heart to heal. Okay, we'll go to the cards now. So it's whatever you do. If you just, you're cleaning the house today, big deal. You might move a couple of things around and all of a sudden it's like, hey, that's got more harmony. It looks more peaceful. What a difference that makes. I just moved that and that. I didn't think it was really even going to be something that we would notice, but... Our underlying energy for today is the King of Pentacles. Yes. This is a beautiful energy because this talks about your abundance. Now, this king is one of the wealthiest in the deck. He goes for the tried and true. He goes for traditional. He does do those things, but he also will allow for the little twists. You know, something just a little bit different, a little bit to the left, which makes it a whole new kind of thing. So when we're looking at, and we are going into some energy that is really looking at our finances. I know we're in it with Mercury already, but it gets more intense for all of us as we go down this road. So it's about thinking outside the box. And does he take risk? Yes, he absolutely does take risks, but it's educated risks. So we're in the education stage right now. We don't want to be making big investments. We don't want to be buying stocks and bonds. We don't want to be buying new credit cards, getting loans, signing for the mortgage if we don't have to, because Mercury is retrograde, of course, in our money house. But we have this card today as our underlying card telling us what we look at, what we investigate can really move us further down the road, because when Mercury starts going forward, and we have that new moon at the end of next month, and there's all kinds of, Jupiter will be moving into our money house. You know, we'll be ahead of the curve because we have researched it, we have thought about it, we have planned, we have prepared for what we are going to do, especially with our money, to grow our abundance. We have the Four of Swords. You know, if you're tired, then relax, lay down. The worst thing you can do is keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself. That doesn't help you. That wears you down. There's times when you have to stop. You have to recuperate. You have to renew yourself. And taking time out. Otherwise, you know, your body will resist, and your body will eventually say, you know what, if you're not going down for the count, we're going to take you down for the count. And that's when you get something that is just like, I don't know where it came from, but all of a sudden I got to deal with this now. It's because your body is telling you, stop, look, listen, pay attention. You're burning yourself out. And if you say, well, Tilly, there's a lot of people who rely on me, well, all the more reason to recuperate, rest, recharge your batteries. Because what happens then if you do go down? So you're doing a disservice to everybody by not being just a little bit selfish and taking some time for yourself. It's important here. Five of Wands. This kind of play nicely with others. Groups of people, team play. Okay? You know, when you're with a group of people, I think there's a great importance here to allow them to show their talents, their abilities, what they bring to the table. But you need to do that too. Some people are, you know, just shut everybody down. I got this. I'll tell you what to do. It's all going to be great. Other people are, well, if I show what I can do, then you already said you do that, and I don't want to take your your beauty away by almost being a competition with you. You're not in competition. The only person you're in competition with is yourself, right? Ask yourself, am I better than I was yesterday? Am I, you know, some of the things that you're working on, am I working towards my goals today? I did yesterday, so that means I need to step it up. Or I didn't do it yesterday and I did it today, so hey, you know, I took a step forward. I did something today. Being proud of yourself and celebrating yourself. We forget to do these things. And these cards are kind of saying, you know, yes, you need to celebrate you and your talents and your abilities. But you need to also celebrate what everybody else brings to the table. And you shouldn't downplay yourself here. Step back, stay in the shadows, because your voice is needed. Your talents are needed. Your abilities are needed. This could be some kind of team play, or, if you're with a group of people trying to work towards a goal, a desire, maybe you're in the beginning stages. Maybe you don't even know that you guys will eventually be working together towards something and you're just getting to know each other. So leave the door wide open to experience what each person brings into your life. Don't be so quick to judge or slam the door. I remember in my job, there was a man who came in, he stuttered. He was very, very slow, very, very slow. And, some people didn't have a patience with him. But I found out, because I did have a patience with him, and I wasn't judging him for who he was. He was in front of me and I was going to have a conversation. How's your day? How's things going? That kind of stuff. And I found out that he was like a mechanic that was beyond mechanics. Like, I think like NASCAR was looking at him for a main mechanic. He could take an engine apart and put it back together blindfolded kind of thing. And an engine block fell on his head. And that's why he was the way. He was an incredible man with an incredible talent. And he should still be honored for that talent, even though he had an accident and left him that he couldn't utilize that talent. So I don't know why I shared that with you, but I did. So it must mean something to somebody out there. And we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about enjoying each other, loving each other. So maybe part of the healing today is about getting together with the people we love and letting them know that we love them. Send a text to somebody, just thinking of you today. Hope your day's going great. I do that on a regular basis. And it means something. And sometimes it opens up great conversations that we should have had like maybe years ago. Or, well, with the last couple of years, it could easily be years since we've actually seen that person or talked to that person or connected with that person. There was distances grown in a lot of relationships over the last couple of years. Not by our choice, but it happened. And then we somehow go forward, but we kind of forget that part of our path and we don't connect, and the days and the months and the years start to go by. So, scroll through, go right to the end of your messenger account, right? And see that person that you sent a message to in 2014 and then you never got back to them. And say, hey, how you doing? And see what comes of it. It's amazing when you start connecting with people again. And it's beautiful. Anyways, the Knight of Cups is about connecting with people. This is who I call the knight in shining armor. So if you're looking for a romance in your life, they could just come out of nowhere. It could be like the prince just shows up with your missing shoe. But this is more of making time with each other, to enjoy each other, to laugh, to smile, to bring in the giggles and the laughters, to create the memories to go forward with. We will get a nature's whisper. And we have intuition 36, which is a 9 energy. And we do have the 9 on the table today as an energy of releasing, letting go, maybe healing from something, tying up loose ends. So intuition comes out. Okay, I'll get the book out because they've done a marvelous job on this book. I want to honor, and the deck, obviously, and the deck. And obviously want to honor them. Okay, so you might see something in here calling out to you that nobody else has seen. Okay, you might see a flamingo or a rabbit or a kingfisher. You might see a stork or a panda bear or a horse or a little raccoon. You may see flowers. You may see something that only It's when you form the shadows that you can see it. So it means something special to you. And Google it. What was the first thing you saw? You seem to have a knack for knowing what's going to work. Your creative process is unique to you. You just get started and magic happens. You have a lot of endurance and you're a hard worker. And once you get focused on a project, you won't want to stop. Be a trendsetter. You seem to understand what people love. Be forward thinking. You're being reminded that you have your own inner voice guiding you, always. Tap into your wisdom and allow yourself this higher perspective. And it was funny because when I was reading that, it's like, you're just getting started, magic happens. You seem to have a knack for it. And I thought, well, not everybody has a knack for that. That's not really. But at the end of it, it says, look within. You do have these talents. You do have these abilities. Maybe they're raw talents. Maybe they need development, but they're still there. And if you want to tap into it and tap into your higher self and start strengthening those muscles, well, you can just be anything you want to be in life, can't you? And we will get an animal card. And we have the butterfly, the rebirth. We are in the process of moving towards this rebirth, okay? We are, because we just had our solar eclipse. So that is a rebirth. But I don't think a lot of us, and especially the way the energy is working in the sky, there's a lot of work to do at the beginning of this new solar eclipse in our life to really enhance our steps forward, to really allow us to skip down our path with a surety, with a knowledge, with a confidence. So we have the butterfly here. Rebirth. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have a brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. Love every part of your journey. You have a brilliance to share with the world, and you do. Open to the rewards of change. You can reinvent yourself. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.